I've got a... I'm already doing a thing for the... Yeah, 21st of July. Wonderful. Good. Good. Grand. Where are we? Where are we? Oh, good. Yes, everything is all in order. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We've got practice sessions to do at the British Grand Prix. So let's bolt in the old donkey, shall we? And it is the British Grand Prix. So that means we have Lando Norris. We did that on the last stream. We've got Lando, indeed. The overalls just don't suit. I might take the sponsors off the car. Still get paid for them. Take them off the car. You can see where I purchased Lando and did a HQ upgrade, can't you? It's kind of very apparent there. Anyway, car liveries. Let's run a one-off special livery for the British Grand Prix. What kind of livery can we run here? The Shoemaker thing looks nice, but it's just not... That's interesting. It's very global. I could customize some of the colours of this. This is like the Mercedes livery from like last year. Oh no, that's got a English flag on it. I think this is the one. I think this is the one. We can do this in like white and gold. Okay, so let's... So this is like the grey colour. So this is the underline. Yes, I think that... It looks silvery in a way. What colour's this? This we want as like a black. And this we want as like a gold sort of colour maybe. Kind of want to put a bit less saturation on it. That's not really the gold I'm looking for. Maybe like... luminance like there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It still looks very looks very silver instead of white, doesn't it, the car? I think. If I turn this up, there we go. It still looks kind of silver. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. But I think this could be the special livery that we run for this weekend. Something akin to this. Might make this just a little darker on the saturation. Oh, that's a bit more gold, I think. That's a bit more gold. I'm going to take the sponsors off it as well, so it just looks like an English flag. I think I'm going to do that. Good, it's decided to... Oh, there we are. Equip that. Wonderful. Sponsors. Let's... Do we keep TriStar? Do we keep TriStar for this weekend? Nah, let's take them off. Admittedly, our home Grand Prix, our British Grand Prix, and no sponsors on the car seems a little silly, but it does look quite nice without the sponsors on it. Just the Union Jack and the number. Not quite white, but hey ho. We'll run the special one-off livery. I said I was going to do it. I also said I was going to do it for Monaco and forgot. So I figured I kind of had to follow through with it this time. Team colours. No, we've got our team colours. We're fine. Badges. No, we're good. Old donkey. So apparently we're second in the R&D tree, although saying that, yeah, it's all getting quite close. We got that 10th in Austria last time out, which very much could have been a podium or a win, but there you go, it is what it is. McLaren are getting close to the title fight. Ferrari have come closer. Mercedes are pulling away a little bit, because they've been on the same string of performance since a while, and then they bought an upgrade to Austria. We have got a lot of resource points, but at the same time, I want to get the like the powertrain facility upgrade, and then get the ultimate power upgrade, because that's what we're looking at. This is kind of what we're looking at here. This will be like an ultimate power upgrade, and then we can probably go aero. We're apparently second best team. Chassis, we've still got a little bit of work to do, so we might move on to chassis after we've got the ultimate upgrade for the powertrain. So, you know, nothing too bad. And durability, I mean, you know, durability in it. But this is the first time we got Lando in the car. And I'm excited to have Lando in the car. Because if we go to the driving market, because it caused some moves. So let's have a little recap on the mid-season shenanigans that occurred due to me getting Lando Norris. Mercedes remained the same. Red Bull remained the same. Actually, can I filter this by... Hold on. Sort by team. There we go. So Haas has remained the same. George Russell moved at the end of last year. So Haas remained the same. Lando is with us. Sainz stayed at McLaren. Ocon moved to McLaren from Renault. Mercedes is the same. Red Bull is the same. Raikkonen moved to replace Ocon at... or from Alpha to Renault. So that's actually not a bad pairing, I think. Like Kimi and Ricciardo. Giuliano Alesi, of course, still with Williams from the start of the year, where we binned him off. Jack Aitken, where we binned him off after the last race, has been picked up by Williams, which caused... what did that cause? That caused... Where's Alpha? Where's Alfa Romeo on here? No, they're all just free agents. Where's Alfa Romeo? Did I just skip over them? I did skip over them. I apologise. Apparently we were halfway down the list. Latifi has moved to Alpha to pair with Giovinazzi, and AlphaTauri remains the same, and so does Racing Point. Good, covered, glad, wonderful. Let's go to the British Grand Prix. Not too confident about this one, because Season 1, the AI were very quick, and I'm assuming it's going to be more of the same. Right, how is the weather looking for the British Grand Prix? Sunny and then overcast, and then overcast, and then sunny. Okay, cool. Right, wonderful. Anyone bring any upgrades? Let's take a little look at the R&D progress. No, if anything, we've actually moved closer to Mercedes-Benz. Renault have actually moved closer to McLaren. So Renault and McLaren, very similar on pace. Red Bull and Ferrari, very similar on pace. And we're apparently very similar on pace to Mercedes-Benz. And, of course, this is the first weekend we've got Lando in the car. So let's hope he performs. Because where is he in the championship? He is currently... He was 12th on 47 points. We could have gone, you know, for maybe like a Sainz, who's on better. But we've been saying we wanted Lando for a while. And I think Lando will be the way to be able to catapult us up the championship. Jack had a good start to the year. We had a terrible start to the year, but of course we are kind of getting on the right track. So I am hoping to be kind of moving up the table as the season goes on. That's the plan, at least. We never know. So Latifi scored his 2 points in a Williams. Yes, he did. Right, cool. Anyway, let's get out on track for the practice sessions.
Mentioned the new parts that have come in from the factory. Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Right, setup. 6.5? 6.5, I think. Actually, why don't I just load... I think it's called Monza base, but it's kind of... Yeah, just the go-to setup. Right, wonderful. Let's go out for a track acclimatization, shall we? How is everyone on this wonderful Thursday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world? Yeah, this car's definitely silver. It's not white in any capacity, is it? But hey, if anything, that kind of buys into the gimmick, right, of Incompetent Racing Grand Prix, where we went for white, but then they only delivered silver paint. That's apparently the name of the guy who designed the car, or the accent of the guy who designed the car. His name is Kevin. charging through the first corners. This engine is so worn out. Just listen to it on slowdown.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
It's not making good noises. It's not making good noises. Yeah, I'm not surprised that was green with the amount of curb that I took. Hello. Okay, maybe. I don't think I was going to fail by any stretch of the imagination there, but I was just like, whoops. Hello? I'm kind of doing this out of stubbornness now. I just thought I'm going to have to try and get the fastest time due to Suju, one of our sponsors. And I was thinking, well, I've got the old engine. Guess we'll see how that goes. Squeak. Right. Tyre management, good go. It's not very exciting doing these at the start of every stream. Part of me kind of wants to start simulating them, but I've seen people get insane levels of like engine wear and stuff by doing that, and I don't really want to have to sacrifice components just for speed. Plus, at the end of the day, I want the car to be as good as possible. Whoops. Here we go, ever so slightly wide. Engine's not looking the best, is it? Good old tyre management. Oops. Apparently Luffield just destroys tyres, is what I've learnt about Silverstone. I swear they tend to get quite hot through that section there. Cops all good. Hopefully we should be alright through here. As long as we don't, you know, drive on the grass. And then through Stowe we should be absolutely fine. Wonderful. Another program completed.
Program complete.
Still not looking fast compared to the Red Bulls, just on the practice program pace. Fuel management. I can't bother with the fuel management. I'm just going to do a quali pace and then a race strategy, and that'll do, mate.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Got you, Jeff. God, look at that time delta. That's not good. suppose part of the reason I'm doing this, like I say, I don't really mind too much if I don't actually hit the objective, but this at least gets me in a position to be able to have the fastest lap in the session. I'm not exactly struggling for resource points right now, right? So we can get a big development package on the car in the near future. I mean, that ultimate one's probably going to cost near 2,000, I assume. Car felt really good through there. It's amazing how the car never used to feel good on the soft tyre, but due to the upgrades we put on it, it started to feel really good. Like, the car used to come alive on the harder compound tyre. Now it's definitely more the soft tyre. No, we're just not going to do it because of my traction. Ah, well, it's fine. Still the fastest lap.
Well, that wasn't much help to us.
Wah, wasn't much help to us. It's fine. Do I do a race strategy? Might as well. Just get a few more laps in. Every time I sort of like I take a short break of a few days from playing this game, I have to refresh, like get back into the groove. And it can be quite challenging.
Give us some consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into the race strategy.
Because I was kind of get used to the British Grand Prix circuit again. Oh. I'm surprised the front end stuck there. Really felt like I was going to run wide.
Great lap. You nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Ocon in his new McLaren behind us. I didn't even register it was him. Wonder how he's going to perform. McLaren certainly appeared to be on the rise. And like I say, we didn't exactly have much trouble getting Lando Norris at the end of last straight. We certainly didn't have to get into that much of a bidding war with McLaren. So I'm wondering if that was a tactical plan there. But Raikkonen was very fast in practice. He was third up until just a moment ago. And now he goes up to second. Wow, he's enjoying that Renault. Ocon, just... Look, I know I'm not travelling very quickly due to my worn engine. Even Hamilton not going as fast as Raikkonen. Then again, of course, this is only practice. Oh, punch it out of Maggots and Beckett's. Beautiful.
the job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Ocon's going to try it again. I don't know why he's trying to overtake me. Just drop back. Like, if you're worried about this impacting his practice performance, just drop back from behind me. It's very foolish. Fine, he'll go cry to the stewards afterwards, but here he comes. Much faster. Oosh.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for.
Easy. Oh, right, okay. Car's looking strong-ish from the time shades. Hopefully we get to keep that time. Hopefully we get to keep that top of the leaderboard time. Advance we must go.
And with all the cars now
We
over
did,
the line,
yes.
let's see
We
our
got the
top
Suji
three.
performance.
The captain, Leclerc, and Kimi Räikkönen.
Where did
What an
Lando
incredible
end up?
practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Look, it's practice, and I'm not too concerned with the fact that Lando was 15th. The fact that Jack Aitken is last with the exact same time as Giuliano Alesi does fill me with a bit of happiness.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Do you feel that your teammate put on a good show for the home crowd?
I mean, not today, but yeah, sure, why not?
How do you feel the competition is for you this season?
It's been great. All the drivers are at the best of year. Not as close as I like it. I love a challenge. Yeah, we'll give it the. It's been great. You know, we play it up a little bit. Try and build that team acclaim a little by giving sponsor-friendly answers. I guess maybe. Not 100% sure how it all works. I'm just, you know, just here driving my car, enjoying my video game. Right, let's pop. Now let's practice the rest of quali, or simulate up until quali. So Lando with 280 resource points. Oh, nearly 4,000 in the bank. Wonderful. And with myself and Lando both with an acclaim of 13, so we're getting small little boosts. We'll be at 20 before we know it. Then we can get that final sponsor on the car. Ruin those race suits even more. Right, new engine. Well, not new engine, but less worn engine. Bolt it in. We're going to take grid penalties in the near future. Probably at Singapore again, in all honesty, because that kind of, you know, it worked out for us last time. Right. No major news, no major anything, in all honesty. Right. On to qualifying. This chair is so squeaky. I've been saying for so long I need to get a new chair. I just need to shut up and do it. But I have no real need to. Do do bow bow do bow. Right. I'm not very confident about how this is going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to just do a flying lap. That's literally it. I'm not... I'd hope to be top 10. I don't know if I'm really underselling myself, but I don't honestly feel that confident. There we go. God, I'm stuck. There we go. On to our first flying lap in quali. Let's hope to make it as fast as possible. Try and scrub off as little speed as we dare. There we are. Bell. Giovinazzi setting the pace. 25.3. Can't even remember what time I did in practice, in all honesty. Of course, that was with a worn engine and only rich fuel mix, not with max. Danny Kvyat. I think it was a 25.3 I did in practice. Danny Kvyat with a 24.6, currently the time to beat. Oh, very much off the circuit there. Probably could have turned in a bit more. Not the ideal line through Maggots and Beckett's. Perez, 24.5. We should beat that. I'm hoping for this to be a low 24, if not a high 23. That would be best case scenario, but not when you take spoon like that. Another warning for exceeding track limits. A very deserved one as well. This is not going to be a 23. It's going to be a mid 24. That's not good. That's a pace of a Racing Point and an AlphaTauri. That's not a good lap. That's not a good time. I know I lost time in quite a few places. My final sector was poor. I know I can go better in the final sector. Alright, let's just get straight back out there. Do another lap. Norris only P7. Leclerc P9. Or P8, sorry. I'm P9. Even Albon's struggling. Out. Okay, here we go. Let's try and make this better, shall we? Wait for the car to rotate, then get on the power. So we're not that far up on our previous best. Not running as far wide as we did before, which has got us, you know, maybe 100th of a second. Run through Maggots and Beckett still was, you know, it was kind of on point, so wow, okay. Very much time gained in Stowe though. Now I decide to outbrake myself into Vale. Still an improvement, but we stay where we are. Lando's got the fastest final sector, which goes to show the car's brilliant in a straight line. I'm losing time. I mean, we're not massively off the pace, but... Right, let's try and go out and do one more lap. I definitely feel like I can gain 2 more tenths. I definitely feel I've got 2 more tenths in this car. It's just where I find it, you know? Because if anything, if we're this far down, I want to be outside the top 10. Because that way I could run on a more optimal strategy. Delta's not looking hot. We definitely didn't get the run that we needed. Try and make it up to the best of our ability. Front end felt really good there. Slightly delayed on my throttle input. I went a little bit too early, which scrubbed the front wide. Oh, really turned in there. Scrubbed off some speed. We've got a slight improvement. Maximum commitment through Maggots and Beckett. We were able to get on the power earlier there, which means we should be gaining time all the way down the hangar straight. Too early into Stowe somewhat. Lost 2 tenths on the brakes. That's how early I braked there. That is how early I braked. I lost 2 tenths, but I've made them all back up. And it is 6th place with the fastest final sector of the session so far. I really don't know how to feel about that, though. I get the feeling the AI are going to improve substantially on these last laps. We've only got 3 seconds left in the session and everyone's on track. Where has that put us? Where did that lap put us?
Finished, it's time to
8th.
remind ourselves of our top 3. Hamilton, Sainz, and Lando Norris. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Hamilton's lap was absolutely mega, and Norris was 1/100th of a second off the front row of the grid. That is mental. The gap between 2nd and 4th was 18 thousandths of a second. Unbelievable. I mean, actually, the gap between 2nd and 8th was less than 2 tenths of a second. Think about how small 2 tenths of a second is. That's nuts. Okay. Okay. Could be for an interesting one here, chat. Could be in for a very, very interesting one.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
Very simple. I made a few mistakes and they were more consistent. It's quite simple, really.
It's your teammates' home Grand Prix. Do you think they enjoyed themselves out there today?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, but what else? What else is there to say,
Well, that's
really?
everything.
When you think about it, what else is there to say? Well, we beat Leclerc, actually, in the rivalry. Completely forgot about that. Oh, it's tight between myself and Charlie Boy. Interesting. It's going to come down to the Hungarian Grand Prix. Myself and Norris looking good, though. That 18 team acclaim is coming up in the near future. Now we move into the race. This is where we really need to try and maximise our points. It's a long pit lane here as well, so realistically, you only want to stop once. But starting on the soft tyre, I don't know if we can. Can't wait to get that power unit, like that power unit facility upgrade, so I can then build that ultimate engine power upgrade. Oh, get that on the motor for Italy and Belgium. Going to be an absolute rocket ship.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix.
Crofty got nothing. Oh, there we go.
Silverstone Circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and Copse flat out. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Can we talk about Mercedes? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and talented Spaniard Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Raikkonen, Valtteri Bottas, and Ricciardo, Verstappen, the captain, Leclerc, and Sebastian Vettel, Albon, Stroll, Sergio Perez, and Kvyat, Gasly, Ocon, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Nicholas Latifi, Russell, Magnussen, Alesi, and Jack Aitken. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
You got it, Jeff. Don't you worry. Okay, so we can do a one-stop. Good. Good. Okay, fine with that. It's going to be interesting to try it, but I'm all for giving it a go. Right, 2 extra laps of fuel, as we normally do. Cars in park firm, mate. We can't change the strategy. Obviously, everyone's going to be... Anyone behind starting on the medium? Or is it all softs? Right, it's all softs. Okay. Quite a boring start to the race. And Lando up there in 3rd. Hopefully he can try and make some moves early on and fly the flag for us today. We appear to have similar pace in quali. It's all going to be about the race now. Because like I said, the fact that less than 2/10 separated 3rd or 2nd down to 8th is absolutely mind-blowing.
System checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Everything will be all up to temperature. Don't you worry about that, Jeffrey. Raikkonen up there in his Renault. Ricciardo. Bottas down in 5th. Hamilton leads them away. Will it be an Englishman to win the race? Will it be Lewis Hamilton? Could it be Lando Norris? Or will Carlos Sainz spoil the party? I personally think that Mercedes has got a little bit too much speed in it today. But the fact that those 3, the Renault... Well, I mean, like I said, the fact that 2nd through 8th was so close is promising. But the fact that Raikkonen's Renault, Norris's Incompetent Racing Grand Prix... still ridiculous to say it. And Sainz's McLaren were less than 200ths of a second. 200ths of a second apart. The Ferrari's down to where they officially are in 2020. You know, 9th and 10th. I think we've overtaken them as the rocket ship in the straight line, using this Mercedes power unit, which still sounds like a Renault. Right, turn the car up and get ready for the start of the British Grand Prix. How are my tyres looking? Ish. They're looking ish. Oh wait, I need to crank a front wing at my pit stop, just because we're going to be running race fuel. There we go. Excitement builds. Whew.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Here we go. Tension builds. Lights are out and away we go. Verstappen reacted amazingly to the lights. He's had an absolute blinder of a start. I've had a poor one. I've already apparently damaged my front wing. Thankfully, we have a rule around here where any first lap calamities can be restarted. So that kind of all that hype and all that tension built for nothing. Lights are out and away we go again. Now Ricciardo with the absolute belter of a start. I've had a worse one. I've now got Vettel. Been mugged by Vettel and Albon as I then get them both on traction. Need to try and get ahead of Charles Leclerc. Verstappen leaves the door open. I'll muscle my way through. We're still apparently battling him. And that's made me lose out to Leclerc as well. Raikkonen has fallen like a stone through the field. Carlos Sainz leads the Grand Prix. From Hamilton, then Lando Norris. Then comes Ricciardo. Vettel is giving it a go. On the outside. Don't think you're going to get the move to stick, Sebastian. The dirty air of that Ferrari really struggling, or causing me to struggle through Maggots and Beckett's, but we've got a run. It's not quite going to be enough by the time I get there. We lost a place to Charles Leclerc. We might have a bit of a run on him into this chicane. We've tapped the back of the Ferrari. Small collision with Leclerc. Once again, light front wing damage, but I get the feeling I can live with that. It's not quite orange, so we should be okay. Raikkonen not showing the race pace that he showed in qualifying, at least not yet. Leclerc came steaming up on the braking zone. Those proximity arrows, I was thinking, is he going to hit me? I've apparently got no pace out of Luffield. Having to use a lot of my battery. Leclerc, you're not getting through there, sunshine. I extend the track just to maybe avoid a collision, because I didn't want to turn my nose in on him. Okay, maybe the front end of the car isn't that good at high speeds since the light contact. I've lost so much time to Hamilton sets the fastest lap now. Bottas sets the fastest lap now. I've lost so much time to the cars ahead. I don't think I'm in trouble of doing that, Jeff, in all honesty. Lando appears to be falling into the clutches of Daniel Ricciardo. We're at the head of basically the train of the rest of the field. Here comes Charles Leclerc with the DRS. He can't get the move to stick. We kind of chop him off a little bit, in all honesty. I get the feeling this isn't going to be the most exciting Grand Prix, in all honesty, chat, because quite frankly, from what I've seen, from not only my performances here, but other YouTubers as well, the AI's performances are pretty strong. Don't know why, it's just the final part of Beckett's where the car won't turn in.
Strategy is available on the MFD. Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
And I've sped in the pit lane just for just for a kick in the teeth. Am I in my own head because of like how bad I did at Austria? I don't even think I fitted the hard tyre either. I think I'm still coming in for the medium. Yeah, I am. You joined at a good time. Yes, you did, Lee. You joined at a phenomenal time.
Go now.
I don't know if I'm in my own head because I know that we're not going to perform well here because the AI are very fast. And did I? No, I didn't. I didn't just break the front wing, did I? No, I didn't. Good. I also have not had my extra click of front downforce. Yeah, I don't know if I'm in my own head just due to like I know the car's not fast here and I did bad at Austria and oh, I don't know. I don't know. I also know that I haven't even put the hard tyre on, so I've got to make another pit stop. But my driving in recent streams has not been good, has it? The Austria one was bad. This so far has been bad. Catch the safety car queue. I ain't got to worry about a delta anymore. And my DRS is broken. Excellent. Just to cap everything off. Just to cap it all off, man's DRS is broken. How are you, Lee, anyway? How is life treating you? There's the safety car and everyone else with... I'm not even going to benefit from any laps behind the safety car to extend these tyres. I suppose, you know, Lewis Hamilton does well at the British Grand Prix, but it's always universally known that drivers don't necessarily do well at their home race, do they? I don't really have words to sort of say about how this race is going. I'll tell you what, I do have a word, actually. Incompetent.
Right, pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead.
But do we, though?
racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety
Got you,
car
Jeff.
in
Don't
this
you
lap.
worry. Okay, so we've got Stroll and Kvyat, who pitted the same lap as me. They are on hard tyres running to the end of the race, which I should have done, but I haven't. Has racing resumed yet? It has, and I annoyingly was not alert enough to throw it up the inside of Danny Kvyat. Right. At least we're at the back with slower cars than us. We might actually be able to do something.
Overtake to get past.
Sainz still leads the way in that McLaren. They're so slow through the middle of Luffield, but the AI just have so much speed out of it. I don't understand how. In the dirty area of this Alpha Tauri, and what I want to do is I want to just stay close and get a good run down the hangar straight, which clearly I haven't done. We're gaining, but we're not going to be close enough when we get there. The Stroll battles a Lacey. Sainz sets the fastest lap, Hamilton sets the fastest lap. Making a move on Kvyat because he's left the door open. Stroll and a Lacey still battling. This is only going to be pandemonium. This is going to result in tears. But we've got past the Lacey who was hung out to dry. Stroller's locked up. I didn't expect him to turn in. We also made contact with him. Was that my front wing? Of course it was. I don't even know what to say anymore. I didn't expect him to be able to turn in. And then he was able to turn in, and unfortunately I was there because I thought, he's going to run wide. Shouldn't have banked on him being able to run wide. That was my mistake. But yeah, that damage to the front wing is, for lack of a better term, it's going to stop me from... I didn't think I was going to score points today anyway, but... I'm just shaking my head. I have no words for my performance today, chat. I really don't. I really don't. It's just been dreadful driving, and I need to basically get better and stop making stupid mistakes like that if we're actually going to win a championship on this game. It's very simple.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Oh, we are catching up to Jack Aitken. Ever so slightly. Obviously we're not actually very fast because of our front wing damage and because the AI is so good around Silverstone. The small benefit is all the cars ahead are going to be on the soft tyre, which of course is dying. So they're not going to have as much grip, they're not going to have as much traction. Fastest final sector of the race so far. And DRS and ERS will have helped that. Okay.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
Shut up. Shut up, Jeff. We're not managing our tyres because we're not going to the end of the race. There is no world where it is possible for me to go to the end of the race on these tyres. So, just going to have to deal with the fact that we've got to pit a second time. Very similar to Austria. That was more my front wing than my tyres, but hey ho, what are you going to do? Yes. Look at the lines we are taking. These are next level lines. You'll see these in esports, I'm telling you. There we are. Extending the track beautifully. Right. AI is coming into the pits because of their tyres. They will now all be going on to the medium compound of tyre, I imagine, to run to the end of this Grand Prix. Look at that. Lovely. Right, we are kind of in the net race lead because we've already made our pit stop, but there is no way on this earth that we can make it to the end. Unless, what if we could? What if we could make it to the end, chat? What if that was a zany idea?
Plus 1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
I mean, I know my front wing damage is going to be absolutely shredding my front tyres. And these tyres should only do about 16 laps. And then we put them on at the end of lap, I don't know, 5. I am merely thinking... We're not even catching George Russell in the Haas. That is how bad this is.
Lando is in the pits. Lando in the pits.
Go on, Lando bot. I feel like I've got as much understeer on the front of this thing than I did in my Season 1 car. With this damage. Right, everyone should now have made their pit stop. So we should be in a net race lead. We are indeed in a net race lead. If we'd fitted the hard tyre, chat, we'd be looking great right now. Well, we wouldn't be because we'd still have front wing damage. But there you go. Lacey's still out. What the hell is he doing?
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
Literally using overtake as you said that, Jeff. I've also said in the stream title that the Hungarian Grand Prix is next. I've done that on a big assumption. I'm pretty sure it's the Hungarian Grand Prix next. Not even halfway through this race yet either. Kiss the inside beautifully. Science has passed our Lacey with the greatest of ease. I can only hope he gets held up a little bit more by the likes of Stroll and Kvyat. There's Lewis Hamilton, up to 5th, so a Lacey must have pit. Don't know why he tried to do so many laps on the soft tyre. At least I will say, this track, very good at allowing you to replenish your ERS. Not normally running out of it. Sainz got past Stroll very easily. Very, very easily.
We're leading our teammate by 12.4 seconds.
Sainz is closing in on me fast. I get the feeling he's not going to have much of a problem dispatching Danny Kvyat. So it is very much going to be a case of well, to get the best results out of this race for me is extend these tyres as long as possible. Bottas has got past Hamilton. Interesting. What did Hamilton? Or Stroll drop further? I don't know how that's happened. I'm just driving around hoping for the best. Who'd have thought the car that was facing backwards at the end of like lap 3 or 4 would be leading come lap 15? I mean, obviously it's due to like tyres. I mean, we've got 11 laps to go. My tyres, I don't think they're going to make it. But what? Yeah, I'm going for it. It's the only way we're going to salvage anything out of this weekend. So I'm going for it. Don't know where Lando Bot is. Let's find out. I know I'd be able to go faster if my front wing was still in perfect condition.
10.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 8th. The time last lap was a 1:27.2.
Lando's in 8th. Sainz is up to 2nd. That's the death now in the coffin for me leading this race, because he is round here in a faster car, on fresher tyres, and actually doesn't have a broken front wing. The insects have splattered against my my rear wing. Oh, that's understeer right there. That is a hell of a lot of understeer. Right. .3.8 the gap to Sainz, to the surprise of no one. Doing what I can, but it's becoming challenging. And it's only going to get worse as the race goes on. got like a lap of extra fuel as well. So I'll start worrying about burning that and using that the closer lovely Mr. Science gets. Well, Kvyat's got so much closer to me. This lap has been poor. I feel like I'm going as fast as I can. Hamilton now passes Kvyat up into third. I can't believe Carlos Sainz is having this level of a Grand Prix. He's having the absolute race of his life. Maybe we signed the wrong McLaren driver. Oh, excuse me, chap. That's what 2 cans of Pepsi will do for breakfast. Well, that and bacon, soda bread. Fried egg and Scotch pancake. It was a glorious breakfast. I have absolutely ballsed that up. So I made that while I was watching a friend of mine do a 24-hour stream. Currently playing Alien Isolation. He's doing a 24-hour stream to support Macmillan cancer support. Good cause. Anyway, Science is now right up behind us because of my poor driving. Oh yeah, wonderful, yeah. The fuel's great, Jeff. Let's not worry about the fact I have the McLaren up behind me now, shall we? Yellow flag. Why is there a yellow flag? Who is out of the race? Or what has happened, should I rather say. I think it's now going to get to the point where we've got some fuel burning to do. Charles Leclerc is out of the race. That's beautiful for the rivalry. Don't think Sainz has quite got the donkey to be able to challenge me in a straight line. However, the Mercedes are coming. Personal best through the middle sector. Drove that very well. Utilise those curves. Come on. It's a personal best lap of the race. 5.1 seconds. Where was that objective for leading the lap or leading the Grand Prix for 10 leading the Grand Prix for 10 laps? I was going to say leading the Grand Prix for 10 races. Yes, English Simon. Oh, here comes Sainz. He's got a nose, but doesn't quite have the car when he gets there. Just pull away like an absolute rocket ship out of Luffield. We might... I don't want to count my chickens too soon, but... I've just remembered we've got 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I forgot about that. We didn't serve it at the pit stop, did we? That's going to cost me some places. Not that I really deserve to be leading this race anyway. It's also not going to be a personal best lap anymore. Right, let's try and make this car lighter than it is currently. Oh no, Sainz has got to run. Lando Norris sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He is currently a man on the mission. Wow, Sainz has not got the speed. At least in a straight line he doesn't. Another shambles of a race then. It's been pretty poor, if we're honest. It's been pretty poor. Well, there's another one. Kind of deserve that. I've been pushing boundaries a little bit, so to be honest, I didn't expect this one to go well anyway. It's more on me, this one, though. Don't know what I'm going to do with 8 seconds of time penalties. Here comes Sainz again. This time he's got to run. He hasn't been able to hold it though. Oh, on the grass. I could let Sainz go. Or I could not. That'd be quite funny. Oh well, we ballsed it on traction there. As everyone else is closing up to me. I don't even think I'm going to get a points finish at this rate. I've also let him get the inside here. Not that that has amounted to anything. This is a defensive driving masterclass. Sadly, the field is catching up. And with 8 seconds worth of time penalties, who knows where I'm going to finish this race. Right now, I'm driving this race to allow Lando Norris to try and get through. Because he's currently running 6th. Oh, Sainz got greedy. Sainz got greedy and tried to have a go. That's put him in a compromised position. He's managed to hold second. Norris up to 5th. Come on, Lando. As he goes side by side with Verstappen, Sainz and Bottas are also having a bit of a scrap. Bottas, no! Bottas got, no, Hamilton got spun out. Norris lost out to Verstappen as well. I need to see what happened there. Hold on. What happened here? Oh, this is looking very tasty into turn 1. Oh, the two Mercedes come together. Hamilton just about saved that as well. Oh my lord, did he just about save that? And Sainz has lost out to Valtteri Bottas, and now it's Bottas 3.0 chasing me down. Well, sorry, because it's season 2. Is it Bottas 4.0? This is technically the 2021 season. Oh god, more cars are catching up. Yeah, that's definitely within 8 seconds. Now, unlike the McLaren, the Mercedes has some straight line speed. Bottas is going to try it around the outside. Norris has got through on Verstappen. Does Hamilton have front wing damage? Is that why he's now not even challenging Verstappen? 3 laps are running. We've gone wide out of the final corner, but a bit of overtake mode and rich mix has allowed me to remain ahead. Could me acting as a rolling roadblock and push Bottas and Sainz back into Lando? Could I do that? Can I successfully do that without crashing? Bottas, you're going the long way around, sunshine. If you do go, and you have gone, how bad are my tyres looking right now? Oh no! I got distracted looking at my tyres! And Bottas! Oh, look at the top speed though! Try and hold it around the outside! That was beautiful. Oh, down. There we go. Two laps to go. Sainz is now freely up into second place again. Bottas is in the clutches of Lando Norris. Here comes Carlos Sainz. We're going to hold it. Come on, Norris. Get past Bottas. Come on, Lando. I'm not scoring points this race, so I need someone on my team too. Sainz is trying to power past me. He might have got us here. Only he hasn't. Oh, he might duck underneath me though. He has tried. And he has nearly very much succeeded. But like... Oh no, he might. Can I pull alongside? It looks like I can pull alongside. But he has hung me out to dry. You lifted! Sainz, you lifted! That's allowed Bottas back through into what can only be described as the race lead. Yeah, I bet you would. I'm driving this race for Lando now. Come on, Lando.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Lando currently sits 4th.
This is your final lap of the race.
I'm surprised the tyres have hung on, in all honesty. I mean, I've got 8 seconds worth of penalty, so I'm going to drop outside the points. Oh, Valtteri, you have left the door very open for Carlos Sainz. Come on, oh, Lando, no, Lando, please. Think of the children, Lando. Yeah, no, you haven't just caused an absolute plane crash into cops. Is Norris close enough to Sainz to be able to challenge him? I think he might be. I think he might be. But he hasn't. Well, it's going to be a win for Valtteri Bottas at the British Grand Prix. We have 8 seconds worth of penalties. We're going to cross the line first, but we don't get first. We're not going to get a point by the looks of things, but still.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you.
Yeah, 12th place. Due to speeding in the pit lane and exploiting track limits. Driver of the day, Danny Kvyat. Absolute shambles of a race, as said by Lee.
Here we are then, a fantastic British Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from our race winners today. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
So we didn't do spectacularly well there, if we're honest.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Interesting choice today, I think. There's a few to pick from, but I think I have to give it to Danny Kvyat. He put in a rock-solid performance today, one that he can be proud of.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today, as they make their way up the standings. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, Lando got a solid podium. Can't really be too upset there. Could have been a win for us. But it would have been, like, even if it wasn't for the penalties, we could have... It would have been a very tainted win, because the only reason we would have won it is because of an early pit stop behind a safety car, which we caused, essentially. We signed the wrong McLaren. I think we might have signed the wrong McLaren driver. It's only been one race, though. It's only been one race. I am confident Lando will work out better. Just needs to get acclimatised to our car, you know.
Let's talk about it. It must be gutting to miss out on a podium due to penalties. Do you think it was the right call by the officials?
It was a terrible call, but we have to live with it because, you know, that's what I'm going to say. Yeah, you know, it's because I wanted to win.
Contact between you two. What happened out there?
Yes, do you know what? It is interesting because Charles Leclerc, of course, was our rival, and there was contact, which caused the first front wing to get broken. They need to look where they're going or they might get hurt. This isn't a video game.
You left some body work out there on the track. Were you struggling for grip?
There's nothing that won't buff out.
It was more like Dodgems than Formula 1 today, wasn't it?
Yeah, just ask me all about my crashes. Just
Appreciate your
rub
time.
salt in the wound, Claire. Go for it. Go on. Probably going to lose some acclaim for those interview answers, but... Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. Well, going into the Hungarian Grand Prix, it is me versus Charlie Boy. Oh, no, the acclaim's going up. It's fine. What do we get? Ah, nice, tasty 1.2 million. Qualify P4 or better. Oh, yeah, it's the team, isn't it? Lando did it. Lando achieving the Neon team objective. That's what I like to see.
Morning, boss. This week's
Yeah,
installment
wonderful.
is cleared, and we're making good profit against our running costs.
Activities. Right, we have 9 days. Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. I want to do G-Force training for Lando. Yes. I want Team Acclaim. Yes. And I want the funded team event away. There we are. Beautiful. That kind of gets everything. It gets good morale, Team Acclaim, and second driver stuff, which is what we want. Right, let's put the old livery back on the girl, shall we? Customization, car liveries. Let's put the... I can't even remember what livery it is. I'm sure we'll find it. That one. Actually, she is car livery. Beautiful. Let's pop the sponsors back on it as well, shall we? Let's get TriStar back on here as our title sponsor. Let's get Atlantic in its normal spot. This is where Neon goes. This is where Suju goes, and this is where TriStar goes. Once again, back to TriStar Incompetent Racing Grand Prix, which is wonderful. From an R&D perspective, what do I want to do? So we've got the powertrain upgrade for the facility coming in like tomorrow. So why don't we put a R&D? That was weird. Why don't I do an R&D for the car, or for the chassis rather? It's kind of all for the car, Simon. Great English there. We'll get, if we do a standard upgrade, they'll come in for the Italian Grand Prix. If we rush it, it will be in for Belgium. Wait, no. What is? There's such a gap because of the season break, isn't there? Of course there is. Of course there is. We'll just do a standard upgrade. Right, let's now advance time ever so slightly. Stop advancing the time. Beautiful. Let's look at our lovely Spec 3 powertrain facility. Yeah, look at all the people. Look at all the lovely people. That now means we can get the ultimate engine power upgrade, which costs 1,750 resource points. Standard development gets it before the Belgian Grand Prix. Absolutely. Give me all of that. And just in case it fails, I kind of might want to keep some resource points on hand. I'd hope it wouldn't fail, but you never know. Kind of want more front downforce as well. But I don't have enough resource points. Whereas if I went for this, I don't have enough for that anyway. Well, alright. How much is an upgrade to the durability facility? Not that I'm actually going to do anything with it. Because I could just go for the resource point generator. 1.5 mil? I think I can drop 1.5 mil. Actually, where am I from a driver perspective? Hold on, let's go to the contracts. Driver perks, here we go.
Perks to become a better driver, both on and off the track.
Oh, so we need to wait till acclaim level 15. Got ya. Okay.
Over their base salary, but you can buy your own with the team's cash. One of the benefits of being the boss.
Okay. Not bad. Lando's now shot ahead of me in the driver standings. Well, we can only hope and aim for a better back end of the year. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix up next. So what do I do with this 9 million? How much is the activities management? That's 5 million. Significant increases positive effects from team activities. I feel like that's important. That also appears to be important, though. Lando loving his little simulator. $15 million for that mega upgrade. Yikes, that's a lot of money. I feel like I want to spend some money. But I don't know on what exactly. Lovely. Look at all of this coming in. Beautiful. Right, okay, so we're at the next race weekend. We've got 10 million to spend. I feel like I need to be spending some of this. What can I do with the fitness centre? I could just drop 7 mil in here on the personnel, which I think I might do. I mean, how much is Lando's contract? 8 million. Won't take us long to get that back. No, it's not going to take us long to get that back at all. Right, let's drop the money in the personnel. Let's do that. Let's do that. Splendid. Okay, lovely. We've now spent some money. And we can go to the Hungarian. Right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab a drink. And I'll be right back. Oh, and yeah, we're going to replace the gearbox. It's 100% what we're going to do. I've procured biscuits because I really fancied some. Right. Weather forecast. No, we look good. It looks nice and sunny. Development update, good. Did anyone bring any upgrades? Mercedes did. Red Bull did. Renault have overtaken McLaren. Quite a few cars have actually bought upgrades. It's been a very up and down season, hasn't it? 11th, 9th, 18th, 21st, 4th, 1st, or 4th, 20th, 21st, 21st, 1st, 2nd, 10th, 12th. Inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Let's go to practice. The sounds, listen to it.
Chance, make sure to run some of
How do you feel about the crunching, chat? Nice crunchy stream.
session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development.
I think I might raise the ride height a little bit around here. There are some curbs you can really abuse. Right, good, wonderful.
Let's talk about this track. Be patient around the T13 hairpin. That's the penultimate corner. It's very long, so just hug the inside curb and don't get restless with your right foot. It's also quite a slippery corner, so if you do try and power out too early, you'll start to understeer and struggle for traction.
You gotta love Jeff and his lovely messages, don't you? Anyhow, right. Track acclimatization, I guess. This is always the not very exciting part. Oh, we've got neon on the car. Also, I realise I'm running the fresher engine in practice because,
Try to nail as many
I mean,
corner gates as you can. The faster you get through each corner,
why not, you know?
the higher the score. Approaching the DRS zone, watch your MFD for the activation point.
Here we are. Lovely. I quite enjoy racing around Hungary. I just never appear to be too competitive. That's one of the curves that you can just abuse. Easy squeezy. I'm looking. Slower than Bottas and Sainz, but then again, it was track acclimatization. It's more see how we fare with the older tyre wear, and then, well, it'll be the quali pace.
Sure you can manage the tyres through a lap, so try to keep the wear down through each corner. Be especially careful accelerating on corner exit.
Oh, look at the time for shooting up. I apparently can't drive. Where the hell is my driving ability gone? Wake up and smell the coffee, Simon Christ. Are we going to get the purple score? Just about. Just about crept under the delta there. ERS or fuel or ERS, I don't care for any of that. Let's do the quali pace, race sim. On we go. Like I've said, you know. Not struggling for resource points, are we? So...
Don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace.
Still the fastest time in the session. That's all I was going for. All I was going for there was fastest time in the session. Right, and race strategy.
Lap is a 1 minute 15.3.
I think this is my last can in out of the fridge. I need to go and refill that now. Well, not now. After the stream.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
Excuse me. Super job so far, we're getting great data. Stay focused. Gone into my own little world. Just had a very bizarre sort of feeling of, like, I don't know. Almost like I blacked out for a second, then I woke up and I'm like halfway around turn 1 at the Hungarian. Oops. Oh no. Car doesn't feel great, I'm not gonna lie. Through that, like, turn 5, is that? Come on, front end. God, it just takes so long to rotate. Do I need to crank more front wing on? Because the car just doesn't want to turn in. It feels disgusting through the final sector. Wow, we've even, like, gone under the delta. We are that slow through the final sector. How's it going, Liam? Oh! What have you missed? A not very good British Grand Prix. I didn't think we were going to go well. Technically, I crossed the line first. Well, not technically, I did cross the line first. But the reason I was first is because of an early race pit stop behind a safety car that I may have caused. But I had 8 seconds worth of penalties, so I fell to 12th. Bottas managed to win that. Followed by Sainz and then Lando Norris. And I haven't really got my hopes up for doing well around here either, because the car just... it does not feel hooked up. Like, I feel like I've got absolutely no front end on it whatsoever. I'm 2 tenths down on my like race strategy, and it's like this doesn't make sense. I also feel like I'm missing my braking points. I'm just not very good at Hungary. Yeah, I'm gonna crank on some more front wing, like 2 clicks, I think. Come on, there we go. Thank you, Magnussen, for getting out of the way. Rode the curb and couldn't even turn in. Trivial little mistakes like that really get to me. Not had the best morning. It's upsetting that we're looking so slow through the final sector because the primary overtaking spot in Hungary is into turn 1. But just look at that. It's like a London bus trying to get it around the final corner. Right. More front wing, please. Like, loads more. Don't understand why the first lap was so good. Right. Car set up. More. I think 9 on the front wing. I'm not even going to test that strategy. I'm just going to say, yeah, that'll do. Because, Christ.
If you want to know.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are the captain, Hamilton, and Valtteri Bottas. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
Lando down in 12th. I get the feeling, much like Lee says, I might have signed the wrong McLaren driver, in all honesty. Oh no! How have we done that? It's fine. Just gonna carry on with life. Eat a biscuit. R&D's going well though, at least. I wonder why my personal acclaim went down there. Right. Boo. So we've got 2.5. We've got the ultimate engine upgrade coming. Got the upgrade to the brakes coming. What if we did one to the tyre wear? Might take the weight redistribution, actually. Or we could go more front downforce. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I want to make sure I can get the engine one on. Hopefully that doesn't fail. Anyway, quali. Quali for Belgium. Where do I predict I'm going to come? It would be nice to be in the top 10. I don't think we're going to be as bad as Silverstone where we got 8th. Did I say Belgium? I meant Hungary. My brain has not engaged this morning at all. My brain is just all over the gaffer, let me tell you. How'd he do? Okay. Get out there. Just get out there, do a lap. It's looking very overcast, very cloudy. Oh, the car turned in. I was amazed. Okay, so I think we might have alleviated our turning issues. Right. Up towards the fast left-hander. Oh, I took that quite well. Wait to get on the power there. Right, this chicane can be a nightmare. Nearly tripped over ourselves. Russell in his Haas has done a 15.3. Oh, yeah, we don't... we have not had the best end to the middle and final sector. Car really didn't want to stick. We've not alleviated our turning issues whatsoever by the looks of things. It's going to be a 14 something. It's a 14.6, which is slower than a racing point. Good. Good. Not the best tracks for me, these ones. Really not the best tracks for me. Right. Fresh set of boots. What was our time like? Our middle sector was fast. We lost nearly a second to Lando just in the final sector. I think that speaks volumes in regards to where we can make up our time. Lando's very close to Hamilton. So, clearly final sector is where we have the problem, which, you know, I was able to sort of ascertain in practice. You know, I sort of said we've got issues with the final sector. Wow, that lap time has put us 14th. I need to be faster in the final sector around here. Didn't realise the final sector was that integral. Don't know what the issue is though, that's the only thing. Whoops. Kind of really had to mount that curb and abuse it a bit. Still a good middle sector. It's a better final sector, but it ain't great. I don't know where I'm losing the time. I don't know where the issue with me in the final sector around here is. I don't understand, in all honesty. Like, there was clearly an issue to the 90-degree right handle. Like, I get that. But to be 0.8 of a second slower than Valtteri Bottas in one sector? Like, really? To be literally the slowest car in Sector 3?
Our best lap so far is a...
That doesn't make sense. There has to be something fundamentally wrong with the way that I am driving for it to be like that. It doesn't even matter if I improve on this lap now, because I'm already 4/10 down on my personal bet. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. It's kind of how I feel, in all honesty. Might have been a bit childish, yes, but when you... I just can't fathom why I'm losing so much time in one sector. It really doesn't make any sense. We're probably not even going to qualify in the top 10, which might actually work out in our benefit around here, because the soft tyre just appears to be dreadful. Like, it doesn't last. Right, let's just
Set us back a little.
accelerate time to the end of the session. Put me out of my misery. Where am I? Oh, hey, I've earned a total of 2,500 R&D points.
And
Awesome.
with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Bottas, Hamilton, and Max Verstappen. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So Lando ends up 4th, so he still gets the Neon Team objective. Thank you, Lando. And we end up 12th, which I'm actually not too upset about from a race perspective.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
I disagree, but...
Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
Oh, we lost to Charles Leclerc, didn't we? Sebastian, I guess.
How do you feel about this team's performance this season?
They're doing well, I guess. I don't really care.
Appreciate your time.
Our acclaim's probably going to take a slight hit. Oh no, Team Acclaim didn't really go anywhere, so that's fine. Okay, I can live with that. Right, race at the Hungaroring.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but
No, it's not.
the end of the world.
But, Right, me and Seb now are the rivalry. So hopefully in the race we'll be able to actually do something, because it's not been a great weekend so far.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of the Formula One World Championship. We don't expect too many retirements at this track. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher. He made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. We're northeast of Budapest for the race today at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring circuit. 14 corners here, 8 to the right and 6 to the left, on a track where downforce is king and passing is notoriously difficult. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. Let's talk about the captain. No grid penalties, no mitigating circumstances. Just a poor qualifying performance and a very disappointing start position for them today.
They'll have a sinking feeling as they look up from the cockpit and realise they're in a different postcode to the start line for sure. But the one positive they can hold on to is that the car is quick and they can make their way through the field.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Norris, Charles Leclerc and Albon, Ricciardo, Perez, Kvyat and the captain, Vettel,
Oh, 10th.
Raikkonen, Pierre Gasly and Stroll, Russell, Ocon, Kevin Magnussen and Antonio Giovinazzi, Latifi, Sainz, Alesi and Jack Aitken. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Sainz with a lovely little grid penalty, so we're elevated to 10th.
We're in a great position to get
And
some points home today. Let's make it
we
happen.
are, I agree. I think we can make this happen with the the one stop. The medium to the hard. I think genuinely that's why I kind of don't mind being in this position, because we can go with this strategy. Look, the soft tire just falls away, and they're either going to extend it and go for a one stop, which they might do, but that means they have to run longer on the hard, and their soft tire will really degrade. Or they have to go for the two stops and stay longer in the pits. So I, quite frankly, am well up for this Grand Prix. I think it could be a good one for us. Danny Kvyat as well, going to start on the medium. Wise man, very wise man. We'll take another crank to front wing for our pit stop. Vettel on softs, Raikkonen on softs behind us. Of course, other than Kvyat, all the cars ahead will be on the medium. Oh, sorry, the soft. I wish words weren't as hard as they are. I just always say the wrong thing.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
Crank out to Rich before the game takes over. Whoa, got that gun done just in time. Just in time. We're going to be on the inside into turn 1 as well, so we might be able to make some moves. Provided we get a good start. Which can be a challenge for us with our ability to get this car off the start line. Lights around, away we go. It's not been a Hello, Sebastian Vettel. Yeah, it wasn't a great one from us. I didn't realise, you know, I thought it was semi-okay, but Vettel just steamed past everyone. We're up the inside, though, late on the brakes for the brave man. Vettel with superior drive once again. We've had to go very wide in turn 2. Not got a lot of grip out where we are. Danny Kvyat might get past us, but hasn't. Vettel now up behind Perez, up towards the fast left-hander. Going to want to be cautious on this opening lap. Don't want to break our front wing. Can I get the traction out of here? I might be able to take a look down the inside of the Ferrari into the chicane. That's exactly what I've done. Back past Sebastian Vettel, up into 9th place. From our 10th place grid slot. Looked like at one point we might be down 12th or 13th. So we've done okay off the start line. Now it is just a matter of continuing, keeping in touch with the cars ahead. As their already worn soft tyres take a bit of a pounding. Bottas leads the field by the looks of things. But as their soft tyres take the pounding from the early laps of the race, and we use our fresh medium to keep in contact and do a longer first stint than them. That is now the plan, while also avoiding the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel getting past me. I wonder where Lando is in this melee. Looks like he's held position, but the two Mercedes up front very much look like they are getting away. There might be some characteristics of our car which may or may not suit this track, I think. I can't believe how close Vettel is able to stay. I really can't. He is, and more importantly, how on it he is out of acceleration zones. That Ferrari has still got some witchcraft in it, let me tell you. Literally using it. Only 3.4 behind Lando. We've gone way deep into one. That's let Sebastian Vettel through. That's irritating. He's clearly carrying more speed than I thought. Using, of course, rich overtake mode and DRS. So a small mistake. But it's not the end of the world. The Ferrari was faster anyway. Using the fuel at the early stage of the race to keep in touch. turned in at the wrong point there. Yep, that's definitely a track extend. I'll take that. Hopefully we won't see too many of those this afternoon. Yeah, the two Mercedes are running away with it. There is something not quite fundamentally right with our car, which is the cause for the poor performance here at the Hungaroring. But hopefully their soft tyres within the next lap or so should start going off. So I'm going to turn my engine down a little bit. Okay, settling into a good rhythm. Now, I wonder if anyone of the cars ahead is going to be on the two-stop. Sebastian's got great punch. He's looking very quick in that Ferrari. I don't know why. I braked like, I don't know. I braked at a very similar point to the lap before and just went sailing straight on at turn one.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
But this is very much wait for the front runners to whoops. Very much wait for the front runners to make their pit stop at the moment. So what I'm doing, engine looking okay. It's not overheating at the minute. So all I need to do. Wow. Oh, one of the Mercedes is in. The second on the road Mercedes is in. Which one is that? No one else of this lead group. So that Mercedes is definitely committed to a two-stop strategy. Who is it? Who is it? It is Lewis Hamilton on a set of mediums. That is 100% a two-stop strategy.
That's P9, 9th place now.
So Lewis is on a 2. Good to know. Now, is anyone else on a two-stopper? There we go. Kvyat, Gasly and Kvyat are closing back up to this train, and that is more than likely because of the pace they're running at. So Bottas leads from Lando Norris. But Lando Bot is struggling. And that dirty air is so hard to manage. Bottas carries on. So he's going to try and push for a one-stop by the looks of it. Ricciardo in. Perez in. Norris in. One of the Red Bulls. Not sure who it is, but they are in. It's Verstappen. Oh wow, we are regaining fuel. Okay, let's... This is the time to turn the car up. Look how quickly Vettel has caught up to Alex Albon, as is the pace of the Ferrari. Bottas in, Leclerc and Albon in, Vettel remains out. Very interesting. So Bottas gone to the hard tyre. Bottas going to the end of this motor race. These AlphaTauris are really hanging with me. I think that speaks about my pace, really, at the moment. Whoops, that's a track extension. That's my second one, so we want to avoid any more of those. Vettel now going to be... Wow, Vettel's still not coming in. He has a lot of faith in those soft tyres. And it's fine, because he's not quite getting away from me, so he's still pulling me along very nicely. But apparently my brakes are just not great. Running it very close there, I really am. Vettel is in, which means we should no longer get the dirty air of the Ferrari in Sector 2. Bottas is ahead of Hamilton on the road, but Hamilton's got to make another pit stop. Front end just feels a lot more bolted to the ground without the dirty air of... Oh, we've run wide there. I've mentioned about the front end being more bolted to the ground, and it definitely weren't there, was it? Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to try and do what we can. I wish I wasn't so poor out of traction zones, but what can you do? Not a lot really is the answer. Right, turn the engine back down.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Come on. We've got a few laps till our pit stop. Lap 16 is when we're coming in, I think. I think I slowed down way too much for that corner.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards. For that last
I knew as soon as I turned in a little bit too quickly that was going to happen, and that is it's slightly frustrating, but what are you going to do? You know, it was a little bit too inviting. Trying to squeeze absolutely everything out of the car and the track, and it didn't quite work out. Was it just me and the Alpha Tauri on this strategy?
pit window open. Let's box this
Oh,
lap,
wonderful.
leading our teammate by 20.8 seconds.
20.8 seconds. We are going to come out just behind Lando, I think. Can't remember how much time we lose for a pit stop around here. I don't want to use my battery for all of the first sector, because you don't really use it in the middle sector around here. No. Right, in we come. Where are we going to feed out? Is a very interesting question. Did not know where the line was. Got completely screwed up by where the line was. I was like, Okay. So Lando was apparently only about 20 seconds behind us. 2.4 by the boys. There goes Magnussen.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Have we come out net P3? I think that's net P3. Lando is stuck in that train behind Giovinazzi and Latifi. He's ahead of both Ferraris by the looks of things. But the overcut has worked because the Red Bulls and the Ferraris are stuck behind Lando and the Alphas. Our overcut has worked. And we are now ahead and in a net P3. Because Stroll and Russell have got to pit. So have the two AlphaTauris. Hamilton's got to pit again as well, bear in mind. Ooh. Okay. Now it's about maximising our time. Fastest middle sector of the race so far, thank you very much. So the end of the race, because we have, of course, got a 3-second time penalty. And Russell pit, so we're not going to lose any time behind George Russell. That is superb. Of course, the Alphas are now going to be peeling in as well. Both of them, the Tauris and the Romeos. Gasly looks like he's come out ahead of Lando. Okay, no, Lando does get ahead of Pierre Gasly, I was going to say.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Yeah, that was understeer as to why I went wide there. Same reason we went wide there. I think I'm could be attacking the corners a little bit too hard, maybe. I need to strike while the iron is hot, and the iron is very much hot. Kvyat in. Because he started on the mediums, he's got no choice but to go to the hard tyre. Same as me. Same as his teammate. Personal best.
The car ahead is 11.1 seconds.
And he has come out ahead of Norris. Oh dear. Those were some not well-timed pit stops by the front runners near the start. Bottas is going to the end. Hamilton has to pit again. But then he will be on medium tyres, so he'll be able to catch me a hell of a lot easier. And he's in a faster car. Whoops. But at just over halfway through this Grand Prix, it's looking good. We're probably now going to very much have like a rest of a race similar to that of Lance Stroll in the actual 2020 Hungarian Grand Prix, where he just drove around on his own. Right, we'll do one more lap in Rich, and then we'll turn it down. That sounds like a genuine problem to me, Jeff. Like Mercedes were losing their rag when some sensors went awry in the Austrian Grand Prix. Are you telling me not? Are you telling me they were lying? Hamilton in. Engine down. Charge towards the end of the race. We're not really going to have much. There's a bit of a gap to Hamilton actually. He has come out ahead of Kvyat, so one could argue his medium tyre stint was somewhat compromised by Valtteri Bottas. Hamilton now is probably going to come chasing me down at a vast rate of knots. We're pulling a gap on Kvyat. If Norris can't pass Kvyat, I'm going to be very disappointed. Not going to lie, I'm going to be very disappointed. I expect Hamilton to just cruise up behind me, in all honesty. Certainly not been mistake-free this Grand Prix, but fuel's coming back into line. Jeff, he's in the fastest car on the grid on fresher, softer tyres than me. Like, what did you expect? Hopefully going to just be easy to let him through. You know, hopefully he'll be that much faster than me down the pit straight one lap and See you, Hamilton. Off you go. Chase after your teammate. At the end of the day, I'd love to see Hamilton catch and pass him. He wasn't able to pass him on the first, on his first set of mediums. And he'll probably take all the life out of him trying to catch Bottas. That's even if he does catch him. .16.6 from Hamilton. He's on a charge, similar to when he was hunting down Max Verstappen. And there he is, and there he goes. See you later, Lewis. He's... Oh, small... No, come on. Let's be realistic here, Jeff. Finish second. I don't think it's going to happen. Don't think I'm going to be able to catch Lewis Hamilton. And Bottas is faster as well. We just need to keep the gap to Kvyat. That's all we need to do. We need to make sure it is above 3 seconds at the end of 35 laps. That's literally all I need to do at this point. It should, within theory, be a nice, simple drive to the flag. Right, so we... 1:18.8. I want to find out about Norris.
10.0 seconds. They're on old hards. They're in 5th. The time last lap was a 1:19.2.
Okay. And what about...
Kvyat behind. The gap to the car behind is 6.5 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:18.7.
Okay, so Kvyat was slightly faster than me last time around. By like a 10th. I'm not really concerned. In all honesty.
Seconds.
Go on, Hamilton. Chase down Valtteri. You can do it. I feel a bit sick, chap. It's not good. Had that feeling actually for a little while. Not like a little while today, as in like I randomly just get feelings of, something ain't right. It's not good. Not good in the slightest.
This pace is strong, but be aware
Oh,
need to go the
right.
distance.
Hold on. I can't be dealing with this crying in my ear. I really can't.
Confirmed.
Need to focus on the driving, you know? Focus on the driving. Hamilton's going to bag fastest lap relatively easily. Hamilton's already pulled 5 and a bit seconds on us. He's hunting down Valtteri. I don't think there's enough laps left for him though. And all we need to do is keep the gap to Kvyat. And we'll have got ourselves a podium, a very unlikely podium. Go to show the strategy works. There's a brief yellow flag behind, and I wonder why. Ooh, oh, Perez is out. Is that a safety car? Is that a full course safety car? Oh man, that's not good. My lap time is very similar to that of... My lap time is very similar to Danny Kvyat's, and now I could end up not on the podium because of that penalty. Literally as the words were coming out of my mouth. Right, we are going to have to put the hammer down in the final few laps to build up a gap. Where is the safety car? We're gonna have like... We're only gonna have like 4 laps of racing. What? I kind of get why they've done the safety car. I think the safety car comes out a bit too much, in all honesty. Here's the safety car. Oh, well, there's Bottas, there's Hamilton, and there's Giuliano Alesi. My man, running in last, as always. How's it going, Cicero? Right, hopefully because we've caught the safety car here, it will come in at the end of lap 29. That would be quite nice if that were to happen. I'd be a big fan of that. Stay behind Hamilton. Alesi is now ghosting. The hell happened there? That was weird. Come on. Come on, let's go racing this lap. Racing this lap, please. I've got 3 seconds I need to make up on the gaggle of cars behind me. Interesting. So what? Basically, the losers of like one of the lower divisions beat, or like someone from a top division and got eliminated. Is that kind of like, you know? Is that how that works? You know, there's a very big team losing to a small team. I love seeing stuff like that. Right, racing? We're not going racing. Oh, we've got to do another lap behind the safety car. Are you serious? No! I need to pull out 3 seconds. Wait, hello? That was very late. That was very late for the safety car coming in. Alesi's already bolted, apparently. That was bizarre. Didn't like that. Anyway. Bottas leads. Hamilton on the fresher medium tyre. They've got Giuliano Alesi up ahead of them. I've got no traction out of turn 2 apparently, and that's allowed Danny Kvyat to try it and make a move on me. Not going to let him. I need to try and extend my gap over the cars behind to up to 3 seconds. Otherwise, Kvyat's tried to make a move on my outside, and It really didn't work for him. Lacey, please pull over to the side of the track. Thank you very much. He has caused absolute pandemonium into the chicane, has Giuliano Alesi. Right, I now need to try and pull out this 3 seconds. So, head down. Very much head down to the end of the race now. State championship is like is like the states of the United States, like Texas. They can. Oh, okay, I'm with you. Yeah, state championship makes sense. Personal best middle sector of the race so far. Need more of that. Is it going to be a personal best lap of the Grand Prix? It is a 17.8. DRS is enabled. Come on, Lando. Get past. Get past Danny Kvyat. Just don't think he's close enough. That's the only thing. I don't think he's close enough. Right, at the end of this lap, there will be 3 laps left to go. I have a 3-second time penalty. I need to keep pushing. I need to pull this gap on Danny Kvyat. Alright, come on. 2 laps to go. Any teams without a division, so they can play in Series D, they have to do well in the state championship. Ah, okay. So pretty much it's just, you know, play in the state championship and you might get a spot. Right? That's kind of what I'm gathering. Kind of an interesting way to spend a Thursday morning getting some driving the Hungarian Grand Prix, trying to get a podium, and, you know, being educated about Brazilian football. There are worse ways to spend a Thursday morning. 2 laps left to go. 3.6 seconds. I want to pull out as much as a gap as I can, because I know how weak I am in the final sector, and I don't want that coming to bite me on the line. Another personal best in the middle sector. Okay, standard for the last lap. 4 seconds to Kvyat. Personal best lap of the race. Bottas looks like he's going to win this. We very much could be on for a podium, provided everything goes according to plan on this final lap. Gotta love abusing the curb at the chicane. Hamilton's strategy has not worked today for Mercedes. The 2-stop has been thwarted by the 1-stopping Bottas. And now, thankfully, qualifying P12 meant we could start on the medium, pull off a more successful 1-stop. The overcut was hugely beneficial, while people like Norris, the Ferraris and the Red Bulls were stuck behind the Alphas. And that means Bottas wins, Hamilton second, and we take a surprising P3. I'm happy with that after the last couple of races we've had. Driver of the day to boot as well. Just a nice, composed, reserved drive. That's all that needed to be. Oh, stressful. Stressful couple races, so to get that podium is huge. Very good pilot and streamer. Hopefully you will grow a lot. I don't understand what you say, but I understand what very nice, etc. Like, oh, cheers, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I to be honest, don't even worry about understanding what I say. People that like speak like, you know, probably speak good English probably don't understand what I say. I just words, essentially. Bottas 4.0 beats Hamilton at the Hungarian Grand Prix. We get third.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. More points
I will
for
take
Valtteri
that.
Bottas,
Very
further
happy with that.
solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Some amazing talents out on the track today.
Me!
Anthony,
I am
who
driver
is
of the
your driver
day.
of the day?
I have to give it to the captain.
Yes!
They did a great job of getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace.
Man, McLaren's without a point as well. Carlos came from last to
It's time to see how things are
11th.
shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead.
We'll have a look at the standings on our own screen, Crofty. Don't you worry about that. Oh, hello, Claire.
Fans really seem to enjoy that. It made it look easy.
It wasn't.
You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
I'm going to say use the car's nimbleness to my advantage. We're going to do some big development into the chassis. Or I could say foot to the floor power unit can take it because we've obviously got the... no, we'll go with the chassis because we're going to do some chassis development.
You must be thrilled to be up on the podium.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a good race. Team put a lot of faith in me and I'm just glad to live up to it. You know, it's my team at the end of the day, but
Appreciate your time.
I've still got to get the job done. Good race for us as a team, and annoyingly, because of my 5-second penalty, I lost out on getting a point. against Sebastian Vettel. But we do lead the rivalry 4-2. We just lost a rivalry to Charles Leclerc. But nonetheless, I think we'll do well against Vettel. Oh, please tell me the team's going to go to Acclaim level 18. That is indeed what's happened. Team Acclaim level 18. And thanks to Lando's job in qualifying, we're going to get the Neon bonus of a quality of P4 or better. And, of course, the team and Suju. Apparently we had damage deductions. Oh, yes, that's the front wing I broke in qualifying, having a bit of a paddy and hitting the wall. So, right now we're not spending too much on the cash, because we, of course, just need to build up that buffer to make sure we can re-sign Lando at the end of the year, because he's going to cost us just over $8 million. So that's where we're at with that. The sponsors for Suju and Atlantic, I'm not even going to debate it. I'm just going to renew those sponsors. Activities. We have a press interview coming up, so we've only got 4 days. We've only got 4 days. Thinking some reaction training and a sponsor event, I feel we're probably best off. We're not going to spend any money on the facilities. Red Bull have overtaken us, but we've got the big powertrain upgrade coming. So, standings-wise, we've moved ahead of Alex Albon to 7th in the driver's standings on 75 points. We've not had the best start to the year. The first half of the season for me is a lot of tracks I don't get on well with. So, yeah, I don't expect us to be challenging for the title this year, even though our car looks to be getting in a good place. Back end of the season, we can do really well. And it's just trying about doing damage limitation at the start of next year, which is hopefully the plan. But I mean, myself down to Lando is not a lot of points in it on the driver side of things. Constructors, currently 6th, but, you know, vying for that 4th spot. And hopefully if we carry on a run of form, we might even be able to snag 3rd away from a Red Bull. But that is, of course, going to depend on our results for the tail end of this season. As you can see, we had some strong ones. And then we had decent in Bahrain. We got a good result at Zandvoort in the Netherlands. We won at France, got won at Canada, got 2nd at France. Could have won in Austria, but ended up 10th. Could have done way better in Great Britain, but got 12th. But a podium today, which I can't really complain at. Catch you later, Cicero. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to be calling it a stream momentarily here. We're going to go to the season break, actually. So let's advance the time. I'll get to the point of the next Grand Prix, essentially. And then I'll be calling it a stream. So if we advance the time, the exhaust upgrade has got onto the car, reaction training, conference. Oh, actually, I just went straight in. I was meant to stop the time. And, yeah, I accidentally went into this.
About the team's performance this season. Are you looking to make changes in order to push your team from the midfield up to being a title contender?
No. Not really. I think we've already got the winning formula. We just need to grow as a team. In all honesty, I think we're in a good position.
Their first win in Formula 1.
It has.
Is this a sign of things to
It
come?
has. It was me. It was me at the Canadian Grand Prix. I did it. Could have also done it in France and in Britain and in Austria, but it's fine. Is it a sign of things to come? Absolutely. Get used to seeing us on the podium because we're here to stay. I'm genuinely, yeah.
Now let's talk about that new sponsor. How did that relationship come about?
When you're performing as well as we are, everyone wants their name on the car. But I'm confident. Going into this second half of the season, I'm very confident.
Been really busy recently. It's always good to see that level of dedication, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's been fantastic. They're really working their hardest.
Lando Norris was very successful in his junior career. Do you see him as a prodigy and potential future champion?
He gets 100%, 110% out of the cars he drives. He's a future champion. He's young, but still one of the best drivers on the grid. No, he gets 100. Like, yeah, absolutely. I prefer that answer.
Thanks so much. As ever.
Thankfully, like Will Buxton didn't answer, like, you know, didn't ask us the same question twice. There, that was a good press interview. One of the best ones. Got one's about the team, one's about teammate. Really solid. Really solid. Okay, so let's get those personnel upgrades. Now I'm curious. Hold on. Can I do an R&D upgrade? Can I pencil one in? I'm going to go for that weight redistribution upgrade. Okay, so because everything shuts down, it doesn't matter if I do it standard or rushed. It'll be on for the Singapore Grand Prix. I think that's a good upgrade to get. And I'm also going to get some front downforce. And that too will be on the car for the Singapore Grand Prix. I think the car's got the upgrades it needs to for the Belgian and Italian Grand Prix. I needed that power unit, and we've got the power unit upgrade. So our engine now, comfortably, is the fastest. So that is good. Wonderful. Excellent. That should take us right to where we need to be. So let's start the season break. And assign an activity, which we will do durability team building. I think, you know, we've ignored our durability team for quite a sizable chunk of the year. So let's now get them to. Nice, let's not do any durability upgrades. I'm kidding myself there. Right, so let's advance. And that will now save the game, and we will be at the Belgian Grand Prix next time out. So thank you, chat, for joining me on this venture. We had an interesting couple of rounds. I think we definitely could have done better at Britain. It was a very weird race. We kind of got to the position we were because of our own incident, which was odd. So, but good Hungarian Grand Prix, and then I'm hoping to actually finish the Belgian Grand Prix this time out, because we crashed out in Season 1, thanks to Alex Albon. So next stream we'll get Belgium and Italy, two of my absolute favourite races, hoping for some really, really strong results there. But once again, thank you for everyone who has turned up to the stream. Video on demand, VOD, whatever you want to call it, will be available in the near future. Follow me on Twitter, two handles. We've got my handle and the team's handle in the description below. And join the Discord server to be kept up to date. And of course, remember to subscribe for the update and the content that comes to the channel. I need a better outro. I just say words. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you all next time.